Everybody come over, sit down. Give me your shape. I just ran out of time. Sit down for a second. How many here? Just think about it. Don't get in your head with it. How many of you here actually had a little fear base? Raise your hand if you had a little fear base. Okay, the fear base is not about being hit. It's about looking bad. It's about somebody judging. Has nothing to do. You've been hit 1,000 times. It's not about you being hit. It's about what it looks like and how it's being interpreted. That's internal. How many of you start to get angry? Raise your hand if you start to get angry. And the angriness is not about you being angry at them because they're hitting hard or they're hitting fast. You're mad at yourself. That you should be better. You should be able to know how to do this. You should be able to do whatever. So you're mad at yourself. It has nothing to do with anybody else. It's about you. How many of you got frustrated? And you can get frustrated because you start thinking, come on, what's wrong with me? I'm better than this. I know I can do this. I do this day in, day out. I've been kicking for 15, 20, 30 years. And you're telling yourself, I can do this. This is no problem. But you get frustrated. Why? Because it's not happening right there and then for you. Again, that's internal. That's emotional. 80% is mental. 20% is physical. That's external. And 99.9% of the rest of that is internal, which is emotional. And the moment you start getting emotion adding in here, you start bringing up emotions. And when you bring up emotions, it stops you. It stops you from any competition. Even when you go on an interview. When you go on an interview, you start getting, you're great until you get in front of them. I'm great. It's almost like saying, okay, we're rolling. I feel good. All right. And action. And your whole face changes. And they say, action! And you're going, what's my name, man? What's my name? And you know why? We do it ourselves. The reason for it, your first teachers are your parents. And your parents program you all these emotions for protection. Fear, anger, frustration. Why? They want to protect you because how they've been taught. They say you take on the sins of your father's father, sometimes your sensei. The point is, this is the way we've been taught, we're passing it on. But the Bushido way is internal. How do you perceive warfare through your eyes? And how you see it, and however you interpret it. If I paint a picture and I say add the colors, I want to know why you add those colors. Why? Because it's internal. I want to know how you think about things, how you feel. And some of you come from great background, some of you not so great background, but again, some of you came, from hard times and say, I was poor, and I had no choice but to fight for my food every morning. Again, it's the way we've been taught. That means our body has better chemicals than any pharmacy in the world. This is how we put those chemicals together to give us the results we're looking for. Sometimes that results, how many here, raise your hand if you get pissed, if you get upset and you get pissed off for petty stuff. Raise your hand if you get pissed off for petty stuff. And the reason for that is because we're still drawing from past tenses. We're still drawing from that chemical that's been taught to us. And you say, I haven't felt that. Man, it's a long time. How many here heard of the woundology? The woundology means the muscles have memory of everybody that cheated you, lied you, hurt you, right? How do they activate? By sight, by sound, by feel. Why? Because again, how many of you saw your father come looking at you with a certain look and you said, oh man, I'm busted. Or your mom will call your name a certain way and say the full name and you know you're in trouble. Or you'll be grabbed a certain way behind the neck or somewhere that you'll be grabbed and you know, and it activates that memory and you say, I haven't felt that since I was a kid. Why? Because if you don't heal, everybody said, well, I fixed it and I forgot about it. Sometimes when it's painful, we end up taking things to forget about it. Some drink, some do something, some work, put their energy into work because they don't want to think about it. But everywhere you go, there you are. You can't run from you. And just remember one thing, it's internal. Everything you hide, all your deepest fears, your deepest pain, you hide it. And you tell everybody what you want on the outside. Until you find a mentor or somebody that you hear say, oh, that sounded good. Yeah, I believe that. And then you start to listen to him and you say, it feels right to me. And if it feels right to you, it's yours. It was meant for you. I'm very good at just one person guesses that was mine. It was meant for you. Why? Because again, instead of getting in your head, oh, that sounds logical. Oh, that sounds cool. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, I can use that. See, you're in your head trying to justify it. But if you're saying, that's mine. That's mine. Right on, that was meant for me. It was meant for you. If it feels right to you, it is yours. That's internal. Internal about being able to put that chemical together. When you were born until 5 years old, don't touch that. Don't go up there. Don't climb up there. Don't talk to that stranger. All these emotions, that formula has been put together over and over until by the time you're 5. You get your first teachers, you get it, all that emotion, but you have no experience of it. And then from 5 to 8, you start testing it. Didn't I just say not to touch that? Didn't I say not to go in the back room? Didn't I say not to climb that? But you're testing it because it's not yours. But you're testing that emotion. 8 to 12, now you want to see what you can get away with. You know if you touch it, you're going to burn. You know if you go in that room, you're going to get in trouble. But you want to see if you can do it and get away with it. 12 to 15. Hey, you guys, you got to cover beautiful hair, your voice is changing, I'm a man now, I don't want to be told what to do. And then by the time you get in trouble, hey, I'm just a kid, you know. But why? Because the emotions start to change. 15, you're emotional. How many of you done this? And you did, say, okay, I'll never do what my father did to me, I won't do it today. And you end up doing the same thing. Why? Because you haven't changed it, you haven't healed it. It's still in you. It's still stopping you from your better self. How many here feel worthy? Raise your hand if you feel worthy. Think about it, don't just raise your hand. If you feel worthy, okay? Because if you feel worthy, hey, somebody must have did something right, or you somebody, it must have found it made sense to you and felt right to you. For the ones that don't feel worthy, hey, I was one of those too. But you know what? You don't feel worthy because you said, I don't feel worthy of being that happy. I don't feel worthy of making that kind of money. I don't feel worthy of whatever it is to have this and have that. But if you don't feel worthy, the I am concept, again, if what you tell yourself, if you don't think you're worthy, and you don't think you can, you're right, you can. As clever as I am, and I am a better teacher than I am a fighter. Teaching I love doing, fighting is just something I can do. Teaching I love doing. And there's no way, as clever as I am, as much as I know and the experience I have, I cannot teach you something that you don't believe. If you don't believe I can help you, there's nothing I can do. But the moment you believe, how many believe that I can help you in whatever it is that you're doing there? Raise your hand. Okay, that means you just gave me the opportunity to earn your trust. I'm not asking you to trust me. I'll earn that trust. And earning that trust, I will push you to the edge. And the only reason why you trust me is because you trust yourself you can handle it. That's the only reason why you trust me. Because when you let me in, all that emotion, you know it's going to hurt, it's going to be painful. But you're trusting yourself that you can handle everything that I bring forward and bring to you. That is not